My name is Carl Beery. I've been a disaster volunteer for 42 years. I get a call from a first call volunteer who gets a call from the fire department. It says there's been a fire or a flood or some kind of disaster, and they'd like our assistance. Generally, what we provide is food, clothing, and shelter if they have no place to go. We have what the people really need in order to get from the disaster scene to wherever they're going to stay.
He was a customer in my husband's store, and he was pretty well on the lonely side, and we just took him in as a friend. We got a phone call that his house was on fire.
5:55 in the morning, light come on, I don't hear. Light come on, vibration, my dog wake me up, I still light, I hear alarm.
His dog noticed it and woke him up, and then when he got up, he saw that that Red Cross alarm, fire alarm, was flashing. And he went to open up the door from the bedroom, and it was completely engulfed in smoke.
I open the door, not smoke. I can smell. Oh, I won't go in there. I get out right outside. That's it.
And when I got there, there was like 10 fire trucks all over the place, ambulance and everything. The house was already gone, almost completely gone. He was in the ambulance and grabbed me and was hugging me hysterically, crying. There was nothing saved. When he went back to clean up, he was able to find his birth certificate, which I have over here. Everything else gone.
That smoke line works, oh yeah. The fireman told me who to pay for it. That was the Red Cross paid for. Red Cross, oh yes.
No doubt that that fire alarm that the American Red Cross put in did save his life. It definitely did.
The Red Cross saved my life, yes you do. You saved my life. And the dog too.
Helping someone at the lowest part of their lives, making the first step to recovery, is the ultimate satisfaction that I get as a disaster volunteer with the Red Cross. A lot of times that people will thank you. The first thing they'll say, I had no idea what to do and you were here to help me. Those are the kinds of things that really give you the warm and fuzzy feeling in your heart.
I say, thank you, Red Cross. Thank you so much.
So I was right next to him. So when he started to have that kind of seizing, I realized at that point that something was up. It wasn't natural. I could just tell that it was bad. And I dialed 911 while he was still seizing. And when I got 911, I heard the message that, you know, I was put on hold, so I knew I didn't have time to waste. So I left Les while he was going through that process of just trying to gain his breath and stuff, and I ran out the door. And I ran to the Osanko building that is next to me. And so I ran and I went to the front door and I opened it up. And when I opened the door and I yelled for help, I saw Jerry Schultz.
She was obviously, you know, in need of help. She was hysterical. I got over there, ran over there with her. She's pleading with her husband to breathe and everything.
I heard a commotion down there. I was down at the other end of the hall, so I had no idea what to expect. David Bailey, our HR director, had come into my office and said, "Do you know CPR?" I said, "Yeah." So I followed him, and I noticed a sense of urgency in his voice, but that was about it. So I followed him over there and opened the door, and there's Jerry doing CPR. And
he said, "Well, what can I do to help?" And you know, he started with the chest compressions. There is a moment of doubt. Can I do this? Will I do this? Type of thing. But that, for me, was very fleeting. You think about it, but then you do it. You just do it. because you have to. That's what you've been trained to do.
The main feeling that I felt was despair. I mean, is, you know, you walk into that scene and you see how upset Mary was, and, you know, Les did not look good. I mean, we really expected him to take his last breath every time he gasped. And I just, you know, picture Mary going on without Les, and that was the thought going through my head.
Well, I'm really grateful of people that know CPR, and because I died, and this, it was an experience that I don't remember anything from that entire day, and if it wasn't for the people around me, I would not be living today. So
I've always donated to the Red Cross. I've always sent in those checks when disasters happen.
Yeah, you have.
I've always done that. I've always believed in them, but I never realized how important they are to the community to teach people to help one another.
again, I wouldn't be here today without the Red Cross's help.